Hello everyone out there, this is Zukumani here, and this is King's Breach, the further installment of my dungeon guides that I've been doing in the Rift beta. Now this is actually during the open beta, so some of us are above 35, in fact one of us is above 35, but some of us level while in here. Now our group composition is a 35 rogue, a 36 cleric, 35 warrior, 32 cleric, and then a 35 mage, which is myself. Now, King's Breach is a level 35 dungeon. We do have a 32 cleric with us, only because we believe we can carry him, and we do. We carry him. What am I trying to say here? We carry him quite well, so it wasn't really an issue. It was a non-issue. So the beta is in full swing, open beta. I hope to get this dungeon done and up for you within the next couple of days, and also get a Runic Descent dungeon done. Now I will not make it to the cap, the level 42 cap, just because of time constraints, work and other things as well, sadly. So
my power alone we hold this area. I've also managed to keep our location hidden from any of those pestilence.
So hopefully I can get Runic Descent as well, just so I have some more content for you guys. The head start for Rift starts on the 24th of February, which is very, very close, only in a couple of days. Early in a couple of days, so hopefully, you know, I'll be able to get that up for you and get some more content up for you guys, and I hope you all enjoy. Alrighty, so I am level 35 now. I have a couple of new abilities. Now, one of the abilities is a new AoE. So I have Nature's Fury, which bounces to 4 targets, but now I have like an aura AoE, and it's actually called Corrosion. Now what that does is it pulsates for like 8 meters. Everything within 8 meters of me will take like a certain amount of life damage. Now it actually procs heals as well, so during an AoE pack I'm able to AoE and still heal as well as cast other spells, because it's like an aura on me. It's not actually a channeled cast, which is really, really nice. Another one of my abilities, which is in the Warlock tree, is Nedra's Torture. I believe I'm pronouncing that correctly. Now, when I cast that onto a target, that target will take 3% more magic damage, which effectively makes my healing 3% more stronger, because my attacks are able to hit for 3% more, so my healing is 3% more, so it works out quite well. I do love the whole Chloromancer Warlock build. It really melds together, especially with opportunity procs, which you see right there. It happens so often that it's well worth taking it up. It really is. Alrighty, so this area here has a lot of trash in it. As you see by just looking around the room, there is a lot of trash. There is also a lot of pats. Now, we actually wipe in this beginning section, and I want to show you the wipe and the reasons behind the wipe in a second, but I will say right now that we actually had to increase the speed of this video to 2 times speed. If I didn't do that, I would not have been able to get the first boss into this video, and I really, really would like it that every video that I make has at least one boss in it. So after the wipe, a little bit after the wipe, sorry, you'll see that the film is actually sped up to 2 times speed. Yeah, very sorry. I would rather keep it at normal speed so that you can get a full grasp of what exactly is happening. But there is so much trash in this place. It worked out to be over 20 minutes of footage just at normal speed before even hitting the last boss, before even hitting the first boss. So yeah, I had to speed up. There was no question about it. Alrighty, so big mistake number 1, we run in there and start attacking that mob. Now we have the pat that walks up to the left. I do not look to my right, because there is actually another pat that aggroes onto the cleric. The cleric gets 2-shot, so I use Soul Tether on him. Now I will mention this really quickly before we wipe. Soul Tether is another ability which has completely changed during this beta. It used to be that you used to cast it on your entire group, and then whichever person died first would get the res. Now it works as soon as someone dies, I am able to cast it on them and res them back at 20% health and mana. Now, I prefer it like that because now it's more into my control. Whereas the other one, you know, I kept on failing, I kept on not doing it in time. Now it's a non-issue. If someone dies, I'm able to cast it straight away and get them straight back up into the fray. Now, as you can see, we pulled way too many stuff here. There is no way possible at our level and at our gear that we are able to keep ourselves alive. So we're going to quickly wipe this down. There we go. We're going to come back, rebuff up, and continue on this journey. Alrighty, so now this is where we take it very, very cautiously. Now, because of that, this is why it took so long in this beginning sections. So, my suggestions are, if this is your first time in here and you're a tank, to really, really take your time at learning where the pats are at all times, always checking behind yourself, making sure that there's not a pat sort of coming up or close to your party members or close to any other members in the group, just so you're able to pick it up quickly if it does aggro. But realistically, you would like to pull them away to a safe zone where you know no pats are going to come, much like here. Alrighty, so we're going to quickly kill this guy down. Same basic rotation, keeping up my Radiant Spores, doing my Withering Vine with my Vile Spores, Nature's Touch and Nature's Fury. I mean, they are your crux abilities. If the group's taking too much AoE damage, use a Nourish, AoE heals everyone. If someone's taking too much damage, you use a Blossom, which is your single target heal. Oh, I forgot to mention, also have another ability. Now, it is a 30 top of the tree, like the last talent that you get in the Chloromancer tree. Now, what this ability is that when you cast it on someone, it instant heals them to 100% of their effective health. So if the tank takes massive spike damage, he's at like 5% health, you just quickly cast that on him and boom, back up to full health. There's like a 15-second cooldown on it, I believe. I think of 15 seconds. It is quite a long cooldown on it. You can't use it all the time. It may actually be longer than that. I think it might be a 30-second cooldown. Anyway, it is really, really nice for an oh shit button. If you're in trouble, or if someone's going to die, and they need a heal as fast as possible, cast that. Boom, done. Instant full heal. So, as you may notice, it is now at 2 times speed. So we're blitzing through this as fast as possible, just to show you guys. Now, yeah, basically tank's just picking them up, we're just grouping them up, down for the AoE. I cast the corrosion here, see there's the corrosion now, it's doing 46 damage every 2 seconds I think, or every second and a half. It's doing 46 damage to everything around me, which doesn't seem like much, but when you got like 8 mobs around you and you're doing it all, and every time it hits it's also healing everyone around you, it adds up quite well. It's really, really nice. So this little platform here where you have the caster shooting that green beam up to where that life drift is, now you need to kill all 3 of those casters to summon the first boss. Now the first boss's name, if I look at my sheet here, is Hunter Suleng, I think it's pronounced. Probably butchering it. That's why I don't really like to say the names of bosses, because I'm terrible at pronouncing names at the best of times, so I will completely butcher every single name there is. So, apologies if it is wrong. If someone could correct me, I'll greatly appreciate it. Alrighty, so we got a bunch of pats still around. Okay, gonna quickly nuke these guys down. Make sure to pull them back to a safe zone. As always, always be aware of your surroundings, know where the pats are, pull them back to the safe zone, and you'll never wipe again. Alrighty, we're going to kill the group in the middle now. There we go. Now, if you hear some background rumbling, there's actually a storm hitting me right now, hitting me where I am, so apologies if you hear like a loud clap of thunder in the background. There's nothing I can do about it, it's nature. Alrighty, so we get an ad there, but we're able to manage quite well here. I mean, it's when you grab 2 of those big guys plus a group of little guys, that's when you have a bit of an issue. Alrighty, continuing on, pulling the next group. DPSing them down, keeping the same basic rotation. Generally speaking, if there's a group which doesn't have any AoE effects or something that isn't going to just instantly kill me, I would usually run in or run close enough so that my corrosion would work on them. Just for the simple fact is that I can have corrosion work plus do my standard rotation while corrosion is still hitting. It is highly effective. I suggest that every time it's off cooldown to use it, because as long as there's more than one creature there, you will see the effects of it, and it is quite nice. Alrighty, group number 2 up here. We're going to quickly kill these guys, and then we'll go across to the other platform, kill the last group, and then we'll summon the boss and continue on. My thoughts on the beta now. Open beta, a lot more people around, a lot more queues to log in, sadly, but it is good to see that variety of people. They're all Lobies though, so I mean, yeah, I can't really do much with them. It's not like I'm going to be rolling a Lobie character now. Just going to be focusing on the mage. Personally, I would like the head start to start tomorrow. That would be fantastic, because then I can just start leveling up my actual character. Whereas this one, which I've worked so hard on so far, is sadly going to be lost in a couple of days, so can't cling on to them. I wish we could. I wish we could just carry this over into the head start, but to be honest, I mean, I haven't even started professions on this guy. I just went straight for the leveling, straight into the dungeons, just so I can do these videos for everyone out there. So yeah, I'm missing a lot of opportunities, whereas when we go for the head start, for the fresh start, let's say, I'll be doing everything right. I'll be grabbing my professions that I want, I'll be doing all that, making sure I level properly, doing a lot more rifts so I get better gear quicker, and then just doing the whole dungeon grinds, you know, leveling up, reach the cap, and that's where the fun begins. Okay, so this first boss, the Hunter, I'm gonna call it just because I can't pronounce that last name properly. Alrighty, it is a very easy fight. Let's be honest here, this fight is by far the easiest in this place. Now, things to look out for are, he will summon these 2 ethereal warhounds throughout the fight. Now they are periodically. It isn't health based. It isn't timer based. He just now and then casts it. I mean, that's just it. His other ability, which is an ability that you need to be aware of, is Mighty Cleave. Now make sure that you're not standing beside the tank while the fight is happening, otherwise you will get cleaved and it will hurt a lot and you'll stress out your healers, and you do not want to do that. You've got to keep your healers happy, you know, you must keep your healers happy. So the trick here is, when the dogs come out, tank picks them up. Once the tank has them, DPS them down, continue on the boss, rinse and repeat. There's no other abilities here that I should mention because there's nothing else to mention. Yeah, it is by far a very easy fight. I'm very glad though, and quite happy that some of the other bosses in this place, in fact the last 2 bosses, are actually a little bit of a challenge. There is some abilities in there which can one-shot, which is great to see. It is great to see abilities like that, just because it teaches, you know. It's only by failing that you learn. That's a little principle that I've always kept with myself, you know. It's failing on a boss fight, or failing on a raid, or something like that, that you really sit back and you look at it and think, okay, this is where I need to improve, here, and here. That's why I do these videos. These videos are of me making a hell of a lot of mistakes. It helps me learn to be a better Chloromancer mage, and I hope it helps you sort of see where I'm making the mistakes, so that if you try to do this, you can sort of correct yourself and know what to do in a sense. And that is the end of the Hunter. Or almost, anyway. Here we go. He's almost dead, and now he is dead. That is a very, very nice ring. Alrighty guys, this has been King's Breach part 1 of a 3-part series here in the Rift Beta. My name is Zukumani. Be sure to check back on my channel for the next installment. I hope to see you all again next time.